Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the speed test comparison between the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra with the 15 Pro Max. In this video, I will be showcasing you the test between both of these devices. One is going to be the 2-year-old device and the other one is going to be an year-old device. So let's see which device is going to be holding better in 2025 with their latest updates. In this video, we are going to be testing the gaming test, app opening, game opening, testing, rendering, and the RAM management for both the devices to give you an idea which device is better in 2025. So let's begin the test by booting up both the devices at the same time. Here we go. As you can see, the logo of both the devices have appeared on their respective devices. The Galaxy S23 Ultra is going to be coming with Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor and the Apple A17 Pro is coming for the 15 Pro Max. As you can see, the 15 Pro Max is faster in terms of the boot up speed as compared to the S23 Ultra. So definitely the winner of the boot up speed test is going to be the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now, before going to the test, both the devices are connected with the same Wi-Fi connection and there are no apps running in the background. Now let's begin the video, but before going on that, we have two benchmarking apps starting with the Geekbench, and we have already done the benchmark score and here is the result for both the devices. As you can see, the 15 Pro Max is going to be faster as compared to the S23 Ultra. So this means that the 15 Pro Max is faster. Now let's move on towards the 3D mark test and do the wildlife extreme test. Here is the result for both of these devices. So 3D mark score is going to be faster in the S23 Ultra. Now let's move on towards the app opening and starting with the phone dialer. As you can see, the animation of both the devices are absolutely great. Both of these devices are absolutely great in terms of animation. Now moving towards settings and the similar kind of situation in here for the setting as well. The animations are great. Now let's move towards the third-party application and see which device is faster. Starting with the Cora, let's see which device is faster in loading that particular application, and the 15 Pro Max is faster in that scenario. But in terms of smoothness and scrolling, the S23 Ultra is blazingly fast. Now let's move on towards the Spotify, and it's going to be loading faster on the S23 Ultra as compared to the 15 Pro Max. Next, we have Reddit, and it's going to be loading faster on the 15 Pro Max as compared to the S23 Ultra. YouTube is going to be faster in the iPhone 15 Pro Max, just a few milliseconds as compared to the S23 Ultra. Next, we have TikTok, and it's going to be opening at the same time in both the devices. So as you are judged now, it's basically going to be opening faster on both the devices. Now let's test out the camera performance of both the devices, and as you can see, the 15 Pro Max is faster as compared to S23 Ultra. Snapchat is going to be opening faster in the S23 Ultra. Next we have Instagram, and it's going to be loading at the same time between both of these devices. Now let's move towards the first game, and it's the Subway Surfers, and as you can see, the 15 Pro Max is faster in terms of the S23 Ultra, but the difference is just a few milliseconds as I have told you earlier. Next we have flip diving, and let's see which device is faster. It seems like the 15 Pro Max is faster, and yes, the 15 Pro Max is faster in loading the game as compared to the S23 Ultra, but the difference is not so much. Next we have the high graphic game, the Real Racing 3. So let's test out both of these devices, and as you can see, the logo of Real Racing 3 has appeared, and let's see which device is faster in loading that particular game. As you can see, the S23 Ultra is faster in loading that particular game as compared to the 15 Pro Max. Now let's test out the in-game performance for both the devices, and as you can see that the Galaxy S23 Ultra is going to be faster in terms of the in-game performance as compared to the 15 Pro Max. Next, we have my favorite game, the PUBG Mobile, and let's test out both of these devices to see which device loads that particular game faster. Now, this game is also a high graphic game, so let's see which device loads that particular game faster. As you can see, the iPhone 15 Pro Max is faster in loading that particular game as compared to the S23 Ultra. Now let's test out the in-game performance for both the devices, and as you can see, the 15 Pro Max is going to be absolutely great and smooth between both of these devices. So definitely the 15 Pro Max is better than the S23 Ultra. And Netflix is going to be opening faster in the iPhone 15 Pro Max as compared to the S23 Ultra. Now let's test out the Play Store and App Store, and it's going to be running faster on the S23 Ultra as compared to the App Store, which is taking some time to load. Next, we have the rendering application, and here we have two applications. First is going to be Adobe Rush, and in that particular application, we have a 4K video recording, which we are going to be rendering, and let's see the performance of both the devices. As you can see, the export time is going to be really fast on the 15 Pro Max as compared to the S23 Ultra. So definitely 15 Pro Max is faster in Adobe Rush as compared to the S23 Ultra. Next we have CapCut, and in here we have the same 4K clip which we are going to be rendering in that particular machine and test out which device is faster in terms of exporting. As you can see, the rendering speed is going to be faster in the S23 Ultra as compared to the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So definitely there is going to be a tie between both of these devices. Now let's test out the RAM management between both of these devices. Starting with the S23 Ultra, and let's see which device is going to be holding the application in here in terms of the RAM. And now starting with the S23 Ultra and see how the RAM management is going to be in that particular device. As you can see, the basic applications are still running, like the Netflix is going to be the first app which has been reloaded as compared to the other application. PUBG Mobile is still there. Real Racing is the second one that has been refreshed in the S23 Ultra. And next we have the Flip Diving, which has been also refreshed. Now all other application, as you can see, has been refreshed in the S23 Ultra after the PUBG Mobile. So definitely the RAM management, it seems like not so much great in the S23 Ultra. Now let's move towards the 15 Pro Max, and as you can see, the RAM management is going to be pretty much amazing in the 15 Pro Max as compared to the S23 Ultra. All the applications are still in the RAM. Despite having an 8GB of RAM in there, it's going to be running pretty much smooth, and all the applications are still there in the RAM for the 15 Pro Max. So definitely in terms of the RAM management, the iPhone 15 Pro Max is the best one. So guys, here we are at the end of the speed test. In my opinion, both the devices are great, but the 15 Pro Max is going to be pretty much amazing in terms of the RAM management, boot up speed, app opening, game opening, and all other stuff. S23 Ultra is still a good device. In real world scenario, the difference between app opening is going to be just a few milliseconds, but in terms of RAM management, definitely the 15 Pro Max is faster. At the end, I would say that 15 Pro Max is a better device. And yo guys, this is my opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about that? Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Peace.